Hey everybody, welcome back to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and here on my YouTube channel. And this week, we are going to compare yet another two plugins. We've been doing a lot of plugin comparisons over the last few weeks. Go check out all the videos in the archive. This week, we're going to take a look at two Universal Audio Preamp EQs. Where on the left here, we have the 1073 preamp along with their EQ section, and then we have the newly released, or pretty much newly released, depending on when you're watching this video, the 1084 preamp with EQ. So I've been doing a lot of video comparisons with 1073s across different plugin manufacturers, comparing it to this Universal Audio. And since that time, the 1084 came out, and I thought I would just do a little video here so you can see and hear the difference. If you're a Universal Audio user and you don't have the new 1084, you may want to check it out. So that's what we're going to do. So on the left here, we have the 1073, and then over here, we have the 1084, excuse me. I said 1074, 1084. So what are the differences? Well, I believe the preamp circuit, what's up top here, is the same. The difference is really in the EQ section. So on the left here, on the 1073, it's a 3-band EQ with a low-pass filter with different frequency points. So you have a little less flexibility, I guess you can say. On the 1073 here, where you have a high shelf, and then you have a low mid here from 360 hertz up to 7.2K, okay? And then you also have a low mid from 80, which is a 35 hertz, up to 220 hertz. And then you have your low cut filter down here, okay? From 50 through 300, okay? And then you have your preamp section up top here, and then you have your output fader, and everything else looks the same. On the 1084, there's a little bit more in way of the EQ, a little bit more control. It's a 4-band as opposed to a 3-band. So let's see, you have our preamp section here. Again, we have another high shelf here as well, but the high shelf, we have some frequency choices from 10K, 12K, 16K. I know the print is kind of small. Hopefully you can see that. And then over here, we have, let's see, from 35 or 350 hertz up to 7.2K once again. Over here, we're on the 1073, the frequency points are a little bit different. And then we also have, let's see, over here we have from 35 hertz to 220 here, okay? And then we have a low cut and a high pass. So we have a low cut here, 70-60, or excuse me, 45-70, 160, 360 by clicking over here. And then we also have, or you can use it as a high cut filter here, or high over here as well, where you have, 6K up to, 18K, I believe. I know the print is really small. So we have a little bit different in way of the EQs and the way they work and the way they sound. So what I tried to do here is I put these across an entire mix. I tried to dial them in, hitting the preamp the same amount, tweaking the EQ a little bit to my liking, and that's really all we did, just so you could hear the difference of the two. They do sound slightly different from each other. So we have down here a kick, a snare, tom track, overheads, a percussion, bass, couple of acoustics, and electric and piano. I'm going to let you listen to the different at the beginning of the song here with no processing, and then we'll just jump back and forth between turning all the 1073s on, shutting those off, turn all the 1084s on, and shutting those off so you can hear the difference. So here's a track with no preamp, no EQ, no nothing. Just threw up the faders, quick little balance. That's it. Okay, so there is the with no processing at all. So now the first plugin that we have in the chain here is the 1073, okay? And the second one in the insert slot is the 1084. So keep your eye on the power button. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with it off, and then I'm going to turn on all the 1073s across all these tracks, turn it off, and then turn on all the 1084s across these tracks, turn it off. Now again, because the frequency points are a little bit different, it's going to sound a little bit different, just to give you a kind of a comparison. That's all. It's not one that sounds better. They sound a little bit different. Which one do you like? We'll find out in a minute. So here we go. Top is 1073. Second one in the chain is 1084. Keep your eye on the power buttons. Here we go. Okay, which one do you like better? We'll do it again. 1073 first. Maybe I should put these up on the screen maybe a little bit better for you guys to tell which one's which, although there's no meters on this, so you really can't tell which one's which unless I tell you. But the first one is always going to be the 1073 here with the light color wood trim versus the nice cherry wood trim. It's a 1084. So there you go. So which one do you like better? They're very, very similar. Turn on my headphones here. Obviously, they're going to be very similar to both 10. They're both on Neves. The 1073 to me sounds a little bit more warm, maybe a little bit more classic sounding. The 1084 tends to be a little more open in the upper mids, a little bit more modern sounding, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word, but they sound a little bit different, but very, very similar nevertheless. And they both sound fantastic. They're both not really hyped. They just sound in a subtle way across an entire mix. They sound very pleasing to the ear, regardless of which one that you choose. But they definitely have a slight different characteristic. And I know when you start talking about these things, especially when you're talking about the same plugin, same manufacturer, you know, one's one model Neve, one's another, they're going to be very, very similar, but they are different, and it's just a matter of what you like. So if you're a Universal Audio user, and let's say you already have the 1073 and you want to know, should you pick up the 1084 as well? Well, you could demo it for 14 days. Every Universal Audio plugin, you can do that. And I thought throwing this up here may give you a little bit of a comparison so you could just hear the difference for yourself. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Let me know in the comments below which one you like. Do you hear any difference at all? Do you not like it? Let me know below. I think it'd be really cool, and I like interacting with you guys. Now, if this is your first time here, I want to give you a free gift. I want you to say, go on over to homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and I want to give you a free mini mixing training course right on the homepage. You can't miss it. You'll get the audio files. You'll get a 90-minute video. You can mix the song along with me together. And along with that course, I'm going to give you my 5 free tips to a professional sounding mix. It's a PDF that's included with the course, absolutely free, no commitment, no charge, no nothing. It's my way of saying thank you for visiting homerecordingmadeeasy.com. And if you really dig the craft of mixing and you want to jump in the deep end of the pool and really get better at the craft of mixing, and you want to join a bunch of like-minded home recording musicians and aspiring audio engineers. Check out mixingmadeeasy.net. All the links will be in the description box below. And last but certainly not least, if you like what you see on the website at Home Recording Made Easy and you want to check out one of the training courses, I want to give you a 25% discount coupon code. That coupon code is YouTube25. Just use that at checkout. It'll take 25% off anything on the website. So until next week's video, I've been Dave with HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and MixingMadeEasy.net, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, everybody.